Hey everybody, it's me, Remy, the comic book poser, and I'm here today to welcome you to Enter the Poseverse. It's Sunday, so you know what that means. Talking about the best indie books that I know that I'm picking up before all of the final order cutoff orders are due on the 30th of August. So to see what you want to pick up before you miss out on, you'll check it out after this. Alright, I haven't found something better than the Previews World website to go through, and I know that I still haven't figured out the best place to put my ugly mug up over here. So if I cover up books, I'm sorry. Alright, so from Image, the first book that comes up is Echolands #2. I absolutely love #1, and you can watch Monday to see if it made my top 5. But #2 is up for FOC, and there are 2 raw cut books, so I'm guessing this is their version of a director's cut book that is coming out that I think I might check out one of them because I like director's cuts because, the same reason I like picking up trades sometimes. Frontiersman #1 is coming out. This has been getting a lot of push at the end of Image titles where you're seeing a page or 3 pop up at the back end to kind of promote this series. Y'all know that I'm more than willing to check out, nearly all Image #1s to see how I feel about it. Next up, you've got Philadelphia #17. I'm loving the direction of this arc in terms of the Adams versus the Jeffersons versus, the father-son dynamic that, shit got wild in 16 this past week. So I want to see what happens in #17 because we're hitting the end of that arc. Sweet Paprika #3 is up for FOC. I think #2 comes out either this week or next week, but you can see there are a handful of different covers. The second printing of Nocterra #6, I think we hit the end of the arc on this one, but I like kind of the wrap-up of the drama that we saw for the first arc, so if you want to check that out, I don't know what the difference is between the first and second printing of this cover. That's how bad I am at tracking them from time to time. There's a second printing of Radiant Black #7 that I might pick up, because this was the beginning of the new arc, that #6 really was that intermediate story to give us the tale of Radiant Red, and then #8 has 2 covers that are up for FOC that I'm ready to check out. I also enjoyed Second Chances #1 in terms of this guy who's a life fixer that if you have enough money and you can call this guy, he will try and set you up with a fallback plan. For the first time ever, he makes a promise that he can help fix somebody's situation and things go way, way badly. So I really enjoyed issue #1. We'll see how I feel about issue #2. The trade for Silver Coin came out, or is coming up. I really enjoyed all of the different folks who wrote on this. I thought the art throughout the series was brilliant, so if you missed the first volume of Silver Coin, you should check that out because, like I said, when I reviewed the final book of the first arc, there are a lot of heavy hitters showing up in arc #2. Stillwater #10 is up for FOC. This is a series that I'm loving, especially as we're starting to see what role the kids will play into the post-revolutionary Stillwater. Siphon #3 comes out. #2 was super weird and super creepy. I also didn't know this was a 3-issue run, so we'll see how things pop up, especially after our main character ends up in a bit of a sticky situation. That Texas Blood #10 is also up. #9 came out this past week, and I'm loving this 1980s version of The Tale of the Cult. That I think the second arc is going off better than the first. And then Vinyl #4, that this book finds new ways to freak me out and creep me out. And that's amazing. If y'all aren't reading Vinyl, see if you can pick up issues 1 through 3, especially if you like horror, serial killers, and cults. From Dark Horse, I'm going to pick up Killer Queens #2, that I really kind of like this, queer sci-fi bounty hunter kind of story that they had going on, that I was really intrigued by the direction that it went. And there are 2 covers, the A cover by Balboni, and then I like the B cover, the Abel's cover, where you're seeing some love going on. Tales from Harrow County #3 of 4 is coming out, that y'all know that I like Cullen Bunn, that I'm picking these books up even though I am finishing up the initial run of Harrow County as well. From IDW, we got the 4th printing of Last Ronin #1, the 2nd printing of third printing of Last Ronin #3, and I really like the colors that's going on this cover from Boom Studios. Dark Blood sold out for its 2nd consecutive issue, so you have a 2nd printing of #2. It's still in my to-read pile that I will have it done by the time that I record my definitive rankings video, but #3 is up for FOC. I really like this C cover, that it is kind of a tipping of the cap to the old school, like Tales of the Crypt books and other old school horror. That the last book that had this stylistically, or the last 2 that I really enjoyed, were Red Room and Cursed Dead Children, so I kind of like how that cover looks. So even if I didn't like the story, I might just pick this one up for the cover. We'll see. Eat the Rich #2 is out. I really enjoyed #1. It was in my top 5. I like kind of the direction of this, dealing with opulence kind of story. I also really like this B cover, where you see the human body is kind of sectioned out in the same way that you can find an old school, like, beef cattle diagram. That's pretty cool. Good Luck #4 is also up. I've read #3 this week, and it's interesting to see how they are trying to exploit different zones in America to create new, like, instances of luck or new gods. Pretty intriguing. And then Once in Future #20. Y'all know that I've been high on this series, and it still makes me regret that I didn't pay attention to my literature classes in high school and college. But I think Kieran Gillen is telling an amazing story, and then I think Dan Mora and Tamara Bonvillain are absolutely crushing it on the art and colors for this book. Now we get into my least favorite section, the potpourri, the comics and graphic novels. Baby Teeth #20 from Aftershock is up, and I think this is either the last or next to last book of Baby Teeth that I know. When it came out, it was like, here's the final 4 or 5 issues. Barbaric #3, which came out this past week, has their black and white and black bag covers coming out. So if you want their deluxe covers, then definitely pick these up. The 2nd arc looks like it's going to be as bonkers as the first, because of the type of, like, bad entity that's going to be involved. Bunny Mask #4. This is the series that's taken a lot of folks by storm. I love Bunny Mask, that I think that this is being absolutely crushed in the art department. And again, like I said earlier with vinyl, if you like creepy horror stories, then this is the book for you. Engine Ward #12 from Vault is coming out. That this is the story that is about the Zodiac style gods going to war with one another. This has been pretty intriguing to me. That I've got all A covers in my collection, but I don't know if Jen Hickman has done other covers for the B version of this before. But y'all know how I feel about Jen Hickman's art, so I will probably definitely pick up the B cover. I don't know what Gun Honey is from Titan, but there are a bunch of covers coming out for it. Marjorie Finnegan Temporal Criminal wraps up. #5 is coming out from AWA Upshot. I've really enjoyed this story. That, again, it's Garth Ennis telling a time-hopping story of sisters, and it's absolutely crushing it. Seven Swords #4 is coming out from Aftershock. I don't think I've read issue 2 yet. Can't remember. The 2nd printing of Trailer Park Boys Get an Effin' Comic is out, so if you missed out on the first one, you can pick that up, and Exo Man of War #6 is coming out. This is a series that I think I'm going to go back and pick up the first 6 issues of the 2020-2021 run from, because I'm really enjoying how Valiant is breathing new life into some of their old stalwart characters. In terms of talking about some of the toys, I enjoyed looking at them last week. In terms of things that are up for FOC this week, and the Funko dioramas for The Office all are up for pre-order through Previews World this week. I do believe there is a common and a chase version of all of these, so I think I might try and pick up at least one of each of them. I know that they're doing this based on how successful the dioramas were for the Seinfeld series. The next line of breast cancer awareness pops come out. And their breast cancer bombshell edition pops, which is different from what they've done before. You can pick up some of the new Office ones, like Pam with the teapot, Michael on the crutches, which I love that episode, and then Aaron with the champagne. So you heard what I'm picking up on my FOC list. Do you have any thoughts? Anything you think I should pick up, or anything you think I should drop off? Like, should I pick up that, 3B cover of Dark Blood even if I'm cold on it? Let me know down in the comments below. But as always, y'all, thanks for stopping by. Have a good one.